So सर्वांना विनंती आहे की आपापले डिव्हाइसेस जरा म्यूट केलेत तर आपल्याला एकमेकांचं चांगल्या पद्धतीने ऐकता येऊ शकेल.
बरोबर.
थँक यू व्हेरी मच. आप लोग बाकी डिव्हाइसेस को म्यूट कीजिएगा. अजून काही डिव्हाइसेस चालू दिसतात मला. So I request Talaji, please check that all devices are muted because I still see few devices are still unmuted. Okay, thank you very much. It's a great occasion, a proud moment for all of us, and a moment of joy as well as a moment which makes us a bit nostalgic about and most of our favorite teacher, a beloved teacher. Professor Dharfale was my supervisor, but more than that, he was a great teacher and great motivator, and with whom my association started since I came to Pune in 1992 and then continued till the last days of our teacher. And actually, we started, I was basically persuading him to allow me to collect his papers, his articles, and then publish them in a form of a book. But as usual, every time he used to say, yes, 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 I will give it to you, I'll give it to you. And it was hard getting all the papers from him. I mean, sometime I got few, and then I started working on it in the department. But and it was my wish to kind of publish it when he was there with us, having him in the program, and to release his collected works. But somehow that could not happen. But I'm happy that with a strong motivation by Mrs. Dharfale, Dharfale बाईंनी नंतर खूपच त्याला त्याच्यामध्ये रस घेतला आणि त्यांनी सगळी मेहनत केली आणि she has kind of gone through all the cupboards and found out lot many things which then she handed over to us, and this is how today we could actually have these 2 volumes ready. So I'm really thankful to her for her motivation and her enthusiasm. Actually, we had planned to publish it in October last year, but the work was enormous, and we decided to bring out both the volumes in English and Marathi, and that was not possible in the short period which we had at hand. So, but finally, I'm happy that today that time has come, and we are celebrating 84th birthday of our beloved teacher. I'm extremely happy that Professor Dharfale's family members are here. Mrs. Dharfale, Shruti Dharfale, Mandarji is also here, Mandar Paranspe, and Rutavari has also joined from US. And all Professor Dharfale's senior students, my teachers, are also here. Aklujkar sir is here, Mrs. Aklujkar is here, Deshpande sir is here. We are also having Pingale madam is here. All my teachers from whom I learned Pali and Sanskrit, they're all here. Professor Bahulkar is shortly joining us. He somehow got delayed in the traffic, but he's at the main gate, so very soon we'll have him here. And all my faculty, colleagues, and students have joined this program. There are many people who have helped these volumes, and they are also here. There's some devices which is unmuted. I request to mute the device. Yeah, thank you. And today we are also going to do one more special thing. And the special thing is that with the support of Dharfale family, we are establishing M.G. Dharfale Excellence Award for Pali composition. This is the area in which Professor Dharfale himself excelled, He was a wonderful speaker in Pali and a wonderful composer. And his ideas about Pali writing, which kind of had inspiration from the Tipitaka and Arthakathas, and his love for language and words. So he himself made some wonderful compositions which have been included in these 2 volumes which we are going to publish today. And the first winner is here, and we'll soon announce his name. So please have some patience. We will do it in a short time. Now, so we are basically clubbing 3 things here in this program in this way. First, Professor M.G. Darphale Memorial Lecture. And I'm really happy that Professor Madhav Deshpande, Professor Darphale's early students, one of the early students, he is here. And Professor Darphale always used to talk about him very highly and with lots of love. I mean, that was a mark of whenever he talked about Professor Darphale, Professor Deshpande, he was full of love, full of full of praise for him. And I'm really happy that Professor Madhav Deshpande is here with us to deliver the first talk. And this will be now the yearly event. And let me also announce that I'm also happy that Professor Darphale's second beloved student, Professor Andy Rothman, has already accepted to give the second talk. So next year. So we already have this lined up. So I'm really happy that 2 of his illustrious students, they are here to give their contribution and to the memory of our teacher. The second event will be, of course, as I mentioned, the release of books. And we are really fortunate to have Mrs. Darphale and Professor Bahulkar here. So we will release the 2 volumes in the hands of these two scholars. And the third thing will be the announcement of Professor M.G. Darphale Excellence Award for Pali Composition. So these are the 3 major events. We will conduct the program in bilingual mode, so English and Marathi. So because we are releasing these 2 volumes, 1 volume is in English and the second will be in Marathi. And I know that all of us, in fact, would be more comfortable and at ease to express about our teacher in our mother tongue, Marathi. But we are also aware that there are many people who are joining from outside. Please keep the devices muted so that everybody can hear properly. So I request all the participants to please check their devices. So I request organizers also to check this. Yeah. No, so I would now request actually Mrugendra Pratap, my colleague, to share a few things about the Deshana Institute. Now, let me tell you that we are basically organizing this program as a joint event by the Department of Pali and Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies. Now, this is how it is called, and Deshana Institute of Buddhist and Allied Studies. And this volume will be jointly published by both the institutes. And Lata will talk later about the publications. So I now request Dr. Mrugendra Pratap to speak about Deshana Institute and give a brief introduction about the institute to the audience.
Good morning. Good morning to all of you. It is my pleasure to share with you a brief information about Deshana, an Institute of Buddhist and Allied Studies. The Deshana was established on the 24th of February 2014. The members of Deshana realized some limitations of formal education system spread the wisdom of the Buddha's teaching in contemporary society. Those limitations can be summarized as a strict eligibility criteria, rigid course structure, extended course duration, a set place of education, and the medium of instruction. Therefore, we try to minimize these hurdles through the establishment of the Desana. The aims and objectives of Desana are to carry out study and research in the field of Buddhist and allied studies, to arrange to arrange teaching programs, lectures for scholars, students, and the general public, to promote Buddhist and allied studies, and to publish research works or educative writings. In accordance with these aims and objectives, the Desna offers short-term or long-term courses. The courses of Desna cover languages such as, you can see, such as Pali, classical Sanskrit, Buddhist hybrid Sanskrit, and classical Tibetan, and the Buddhist literature available in this literature. And we also offer Indian philosophy, Buddhist meditation, spoken Pali, Buddhist art and culture, and contemporary Buddhism. The Desna Institute offers courses on demand and personalized teaching from experienced scholars in the field. All these features ensure greater flexibility and freedom of choice for students of varied interest. The course design and the medium of instruction would be as per the requirement of the participant. There will not be any formal eligibility criterion for registering for any of these courses. Keen interest in the subject and dedicated effort would be the only criteria. So you can see we have conducted these courses in the 2020 when the pandemic started. So you can see here some courses are related to learning Pali, and then some on Buddhist, hybrid Buddhist text, and some Buddhist text on some Buddhist text. And there are some courses related to Buddhist meditation. So, and presently, we are conducting an online quiz competition, Desna and Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies. That would be on Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's magnum opus, the Buddhani Dhamma. This questionnaire will be conducted on 29th August in this month. And for this quiz, we have already organized a lecture series on the Buddhani Dhamma, and we have covered 8 chapters of these books. So you can see, and before the pandemic, we have also conducted some classes in the viharas in Pune. So you can see this is the some photographs here. So this is the viharas of Dapodi, and that is the Superior Buddha Vihar. And then you can see this is the photo. It is from campus of Pune University. It is a meditation hall of Pali department. It is in Ambedkar Bhavan. So here we conducted the course, the principle and practice of Buddhist meditation. It is conducted by Dhammachari Jinarakshita. Now you can see some publication work. So this is our first publication. Ravi Gupta, the Arya Kosha, a contribution to the early history of Indian literature. And then you can see our second, this one, Vrittamala Stuti of Gyan Siri Mitra with Shakya Rakshita's Vrittamala Vruti. This is a critical edition. You can see the author's and editor's name, and then Sankatha. And recently, we just published the Dictionary of Buddhist Technical Terms. So these are the some publications, and about today's, Lata Madam will tell you in detail about the Sammohana. And so we conduct a weekly Buddhist meditation class, and it is available on all Saturday. The timing is 4:30 p.m. So if you are interested, you can join this class. And if you have any questions regarding my our courses and any information, you can contact us. This is our address on Facebook. So thank you for your patience. Thank you so much.
I again request some of the participants, if they have their devices unmuted, please mute yourself. Thank you very much, Mrugendra, for providing this introduction. Let me share with you that Deshana Institute of Buddhist and Allied Studies were basically started, and Professor Bahulkar, Professor P.P. Gokhale, Dr. Lata Devkar, and myself, we are the founder trustees of the institute, and Dr. Mrugendra Pratap is a project coordinator. This institute was established with the inspiration of another teacher of ours, Professor Mikhail Hahn, and actually he was also instrumental in naming our publication series called Studia Indo-Buddhica. And in this particular publication series, Professor Bahulkar, again Professor Gokhale, Dr. Lata Devkar, and um, uh, Professor Johannes Schneider of Munich. We are the board members. We are the editor in an editorial board. So now I request Dr. Lata Devkar to speak about the two publications which we are going to publish today. So I request Dr. Lata to please explain about the book.
Okay, yeah. Hello, a very good morning to those who are joining from India, and welcome to this first Professor M.G. Dhadphale Memorial Lecture. It's difficult to express my feelings today. एकीकडे 8-9 वर्ष जे काम हाती घेतलेलं होतं आणि पूर्ण झालेलं नव्हतं ते पूर्ण होतंय याचं समाधान आहे, आणि दुसरीकडे याचं अतिशय मनापासून वाईट वाटतंय की सर असताना, आज त्यांचा 84वा वाढदिवस आहे, आज त्यांच्या वाढदिवसा दिवशी हे झालं असतं, ते असताना तर जास्त आनंद झाला असता. Almost 10 years back, Professor Dhadphale gave some of his articles for the present volume, and we kept on promising him that, sir, we will bring out this volume soon. And he also kept promising that he will search for any other articles that he have. And both the promises were never fulfilled. And so we didn't get any articles from him, and neither we could progress on the volume. And then came the sad news of Professor Dhadphale's passing away. I still remember the moment I heard the news. I cried a lot, not only because we had lost a great scholar and a teacher, but also because especially I could not devote sufficient time for the publication of his articles. In early 2020, Dr. Mrs. Dhadphale found many more published articles or unpublished articles also written by our dear teacher. Before she could see or check the last cupboard, a complete lockdown was announced in India, and that stopped everything. Luckily, we had by that time we could manage to get all these newly discovered articles typed, and they were with us on our laptops. And what we realized after going through all these articles, that what was a mere collection of mere 200 pages or something like that almost 8 years back, that has gone up to 700 pages of published articles or some unpublished articles which were really in a good shape. And I'm not counting those articles which were not published and which were really kind of first draft, so they might be another 200 or 300 pages. And therefore we decided to divide the entire material in 2 volumes. हे सगळं जे मटेरियल 2011-12 साली सरांनी दिलेलं होतं ते साधारणपणे फक्त 200 पानांचं होतं, आणि जेव्हा धडफळे बाईंनी उरलेली सगळी कपाटं बघितली तेव्हा पब्लिश अनपब्लिश आर्टिकल्स मिळून जी छापण्याच्या दृष्टीने पूर्ण होती अशी बघितलं तर 650-700 पानांपर्यंत गेलेलं होतं. And therefore we decided to divide the material into English articles in one volume and Marathi articles in another volume. And we also took a decision to include Sanskrit and Pali compositions in both the volumes, so that readers will get to know the style, the classical style in which Professor Dhadphale wrote. And when the work of up to this it was really okay, because it didn't involve much efforts on part of editors. But when actually the work of editing started, then only we realized what a voracious reader he was. I mean, the books on Indology related to Sanskrit, related to Dravidian languages was still okay. But then came references from English literature, references from Bible, then such remote branch as one would never think of for Indology at least, like beekeeping, honeybees, and then flora and fauna and whatnot. And so far, this was really a daunting task, and I still feel that I still remember those days where we were really eager to get hold of all the texts during the complete lockdown, and it was really difficult. But thanks to online websites like archive.org or gestor.org or our library like Bhandakar Institute and our departmental library, we could check and cross-check all the references from which Professor Dhadphale cited. And it was impossible for either Mahesh or for me, only the two of us, to check everything. So many colleagues and friends have helped us in this regard. Important, I mean, so I will just mention name of a few colleagues and friends who helped us tremendously in this endeavor. So Snehal Kondhalkar, Maheshwar Singh Negi, Rasika Vazhe, Deepak Gaikwad, Bhavana Balte, and Shrikant Gandhir. These people were really instrumental in finding out citations, texts, and providing me scans of the relevant passages. And but there are many more, many of our students or many of our colleagues who immediately replied to my emails or my WhatsApp messages and provided me references, and we are really grateful to them, because without them or their help it was impossible for either me or Mahesh to achieve this task. Then you will soon see the cover pages of the book. So Mr. Vinayak Chatre, he agreed to our request, and he designed a beautiful cover page, and he also helped us with a really very beautiful sketch of Professor Dhadphale, because we wanted him in his with his favorite dictionaries in his hand. Lexicography was his favorite subject, so that Vinayak Chatre helped us with that. Then Professors Ashok and Vidyut Akluskar, Professor Madhav Deshpande, and Professor Andy Rotman happily accepted our request to provide generous funding for the publication of both the volumes. Mr. Sudharma and Mr. Shailendra Borkar of the Samvad Trade Prints and his entire team took care of the quality of the publication. So this was the journey of Sammohanam, the enchantment, the title suggested by Professor Bahulkar. We sincerely hope that the Sammohana, the enchantment, or Garud as we named it in for Marathi volume, named Professor Mohan Govind Dhadphale, would never fade away. I am sure he is watching us with a smile, happy with our efforts, and blessing us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lata. Yes, it was really a kind of a journey, this publication. And I mean, I have seen Lata working days and night, actually, focusing solely on these volumes. I mean, though my name is also there as an editor, but my role was really limited. And it was Lata who, in a way, I can say that single-handedly pulled these two volumes out. And it was really a kind of a task which she took for herself for last 1.5 years. So it's I mean she was been working on this for last 1.5 years, along with her other research duties as a one of the editors of the dictionary project which we are having in Pali, Sanskrit, Tibetan, and now Chinese also. So but at the same time, it was also a joyful journey, because whenever we read something fascinating from Professor Zarfale, it inspires you and it gives you the motivation to work more. And then you feel that, okay, others should also get a chance to see this or to read this. And I think this is why this volume is very important, because Professor Zarfale's writings are really scattered, and they were published in so many different journals and the places. He also wrote for newspapers. He also wrote obituaries, and so on and so forth. So lots of things of different flavor, and all that was scattered. But now we have the good fortune to have everything together in these two volumes. And I'm really happy that today Professor Bahulkar is here, and Professor Nalin Zarfaleji is also here. And now I would request, in fact, both of them. Maybe Bahulkar sir, तुम्ही बाईंच्या इथे जवळ राहताय का? म्हणजे जरा फोटो घ्यायला बरं पडेल. I mean, please, photographers, I request you to take pictures. We will release these two volumes. Dadify bhai, तुम्हाला विनंती करतो की हे 2 व्हॉल्यूम्स आहेत. इथे बाईंच्या बरोबरच राहा, म्हणजे मग एकत्र फोटो काढणं सोयीचं होईल. एक मिनिट, लॅपटॉप ऍडजस्ट करा म्हणजे सगळ्यांना दिसेल. Okay. So now this is the occasion for which we are waiting for many years, in fact. And me put it here. Okay. Let me also join the group. Okay. Lata. ठीक है. Okay. Yes. So I'm extremely happy that today we are going to release these 2 volumes called Sammohanam, the Enchantment, and Sammohanam Garud. So a volume in English and volume in Marathi, with multiple articles on various topics like Sanskrit literature and linguistics, Pali, Buddhism, Jainism, philosophy, and of course, important segment of this particular books are Professor Zarfale's articles on various personalities like Professor Dandekar, Professor Mainkar, Tarkatirtha, then R.D. Vadekar, and so on. So it's a great treasure. Let me also announce, as a publishers of the book, that these 2 volumes now will be available for sale in the department and with Deshana, and soon we will share the email addresses of the books. Will be the price of these books in the English volume of around 400 pages. The price is of 800 rupees, and the Marathi volume with around 275 pages, and the price will be 600 rupees. And those some kind of a promotion. So those who are kind of placing their orders today through email address of the department, they will get 20% discount on both the publications. So you can in fact buy this set. The full price is 1,400 rupees, and with 20% discount, I mean, people can really avail these volumes at 1,120 rupees if they order or book the books today. This is a wonderful treasure, and it gives lots of insights. In fact, one of the insights of Professor Zarfale, which I received from this his articles, was to start a dictionary of Pali on traditional principles. I mean, this is Professor Zarfale's. I mean, he has suggested many research projects to be continued, and I think the young scholars can really get inspiration from that. But one thing which inspired me is that Professor Darphale wanted to kind of have a dictionary of Pali based on the traditional principles which are laid down in Atthakathas and the grammatical texts, where we can have Adhivachanas and Attudharas and Vachanathas, as well as the Lakhana, Rasa, Pachupatthana and Padatthana of particular concepts. So I'm really thankful to Professor Bahulkar and Professor Mrs. Darphale for releasing these two books. Now the books are available for all the readers of the books. So please welcome and place your orders. So thank you very much. Now we'll take our seats. Now after this, sorry, just give me a minute. Yes, thank you very much. Now after this, there is another sentimental point. We are celebrating the birthday of our teacher. So I would request all the family members of Professor Darphale, we have a cake to celebrate his birthday. So, I mean, he's with us. I mean, I'll not say that this is an anniversary. I'm just saying that we are sharing, we are celebrating the birthday of our teacher. Saransa Vaddiyos hai. So I request the family members to cut the cake. Those who are virtually here should celebrate it in their respective places. Those who are here will get a chance to have a piece of cake with us in the break. So, yes, Shruti, Mandarji, and Bai, please. So, our teacher is with us, and he'll be always with us through his writings. Whenever you read whatever he has written, I mean, you will feel that as if he's talking to you. And we had this experience many a times when we were editing the book. And I'm sure that you will also experience the same. So it's okay. So I request the family members to cut the cake. So yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I would now request, now we will go a bit into a kind of a phase of nostalgia, and I would request Mandarji, will you speak on this occasion just to share some of the memories which you have? I'm sure you have lots of memories. I mean, all of you. So if as a representative of the family, if you could just share your memories with us, we'll be grateful. Thank you. Okay, actually, Shruti has suggested some change, so we'll follow that. So, I mean, Mandarji will speak in the end. I mean, he wished to express the vote of thanks, and Shruti will be speaking while announcing the first award of in the memory of Professor Darphale. So, I would now request then Dr. Vidyut Atluskar. बाई प्लीज तुम्हाला विनंती करतो की तुम्ही सरांच्या आठवणी आमच्याबरोबर शेअर कराव्यात. तुमचा मायक्रोफोन अनम्यूट करा आणि बोला. येस येस आम्ही ऐकू येते. हां येस गुड. व्हिडिओ इज ओके.
बोलायला सुरुवात करते. माझा आवाज व्यवस्थित ऐकायला येतोय का?
एक मिनिट जरा फक्त 1 मिनिट थांबा. स्पीकर ऑन केला. 1 मिनिट थांबा, फक्त इथला आम्ही मेन स्पीकर ऑन करतो. म्हणजे मग सगळ्यांना इथे बसलेल्यांना पण ऐकू येईल. मी आता ऑनलाईन तुम्ही ऐकू येत आहे, पण फक्त इथे आम्ही आमच्या हॉल मधला स्पीकर ऑन करतो. ओके. हा बाई बोला आता.
ठीक, आता ऐकायला येतोय का आवाज?
हो.
हॅलो, आता माझा आवाज येतोय का व्यवस्थित?
हो येतोय.
त्यांना येतोय का? ओके, ठीक. बर. नमस्कार. धडफळे कुटुंबीय, नलुताई, श्रुती, ऋतावरी आणि इतर सर्व कुटुंबीय आणि सारे विद्वज्जन, सर्वांना नमस्कार. प्राध्यापक मो. गो. धडफळे यांचं संस्मरण. धडफळे सर, मी आज मराठीत बोलणार आहे. ठीक आहे? हॅलो.
हो, ठीक आहे.
ठीक, मी सुरुवात करते. धडफळे सर, माझ्या कॉलेजच्या दिवसांपासून माझ्या शैक्षणिक जीवनातील एक अविभाज्य भाग. वरवरची ओळख म्हणजे माझ्या 3 संस्कृत प्राध्यापकांपैकी एक, ज्यांनी मला 1961 ते 1965 या काळात फर्ग्युसन कॉलेजमध्ये अनेक संस्कृत ग्रंथ शिकवले. परंतु माझ्या मनातील त्यांची खरी ओळख याहून अनेक पदरी आहे. त्यांच्याबद्दलची पहिली ओळख म्हणजे ते माझ्या शाळेतील जिवलग मैत्रिणीच्या मैत्रिणीचे मामा असल्यामुळे, अगं तिचा मोहन मामा आता आपल्याला कॉलेजात शिकवणार आहे अशी त्यांना पाहण्यापूर्वीच शाळा सोडता सोडता या मैत्रिणीने कळून दिलेली होती. तिच्याच बोलण्यातून समजलं की ते आपल्याच शाळेत मॉडर्न हायस्कूल मध्येच शिकलेले आहेत आणि शिवाय आपल्या शाळेतील श्री ना. ह. दीक्षित या आमच्या अत्यंत आवडत्या संस्कृत गुरुजींचे आवडते विद्यार्थीही आहेत असं समजलं. म्हणजे माझे एका अर्थाने ते गुरुबंधू देखील होते. शिवाय ते नुकतेच MA होऊन फर्ग्युसन मध्ये शिकवायला येणार होते. म्हणजे आमच्याहून फक्त 8च वर्षांनी मोठे होते. फर्ग्युसन मधील बाकी दोघे संस्कृताचे प्राध्यापक म्हणजे प्राध्यापक मा. वा. पटवर्धन आणि प्राध्यापक त्र्यंगो माईंडकर हे आमच्याहून बरेच मोठे होते. त्या मानाने धडफळे सर वयानं आमच्या जवळचे वाटायचे आणि त्यांच्या वर्गात बसल्यावर लवकरच लक्षात आलं की त्यांची शिकवण्याची धाटणी आम्हाला अतिशय सहज वाटणारी, मधून मधून हसवणारी, रंजक परंतु भरपूर वैचारिक खाद्य पुरवणारी होती. नवनवीन विचार प्रवाहांशी सहजच Please unmute yourself, all participants, so that I can continue. Please unmute you.
Please mute your microphones. Yeah.
Mute your microphone, please. Thank you. नवनवीन विचार प्रवाहांशी सहजच त्यांच्या शिकवण्यातून आमची तोंड ओळख होत गेली. शिवाय बुद्धिवाद आणि सुजनता, वादविवाद पटुत्व आणि गुणग्राहकता असे त्यांच्या स्वभावातले अनेक पैलू प्रकट होत गेले आणि लवकरच धडफळे सर हे आमचेही अत्यंत आवडते प्राध्यापक बनले. यात काही आश्चर्य नव्हतं. हळूहळू त्यांच्या घरी आमचं येणं जाणं सुरू झालं. नवपरिणीत नलुताईंशी ओळख झाली आणि वाड्याच्या गच्चीवर जोपासलेल्या सरांच्या आवडत्या गुलाबांच्या रोपट्यांच्या बागेचीही ओळख झाली. फोन, स्मार्टफोन वगैरेंच्या आधीच्या काळातल्या त्या पुण्यात सरांच्या घरात आम्हा विद्यार्थ्यांना सदैव मुक्तद्वार होतं. त्यांच्या धडफळे वाड्यात एकेकाळी राम गणेश गडकरी यांचं वास्तव्य होतं. हे त्यांच्याच कडून कळल्याने त्या वाड्याभोवती एक वेगळं आकर्षण वलयही मला वाटत होतंच. कॉलेजातील पहिल्या वर्षी त्यांनी आम्हाला भर्तृहरीचं नीतिशतक शिकवलं. दुसऱ्या वर्षी भासाची नाटकं, कर्णभार आणि उरुभंग ही शिकवली. तिसऱ्या वर्षी भवभूतीचं उत्तर रामचरित शिकवलं आणि चौथ्या वर्षी अर्थसंग्रह. मी पहिल्या वर्षात असताना त्यावेळच्या TYBAच्या वर्गातल्या मोठ्या मुलींनी एक दिवस येऊन मला सांगितलं की अगं, तू लिहिलेला तो निबंध भर्तृहरीच्या नीतिशतकातली सौंदर्य स्थळ हा निबंध आमच्या वर्गात सरांनी आम्हाला मुद्दाम वाचून दाखवला बरं का. बघा, असा लिहायचा असतो निबंध, असं कौतुक करत होते ते तुझ्या लिखाणाचं. हे ऐकून सरांना आपण लिहिलेल्या स्वतंत्र विचारांचं मोल आहे हे मला उमजलं. आणखी एक हृदय प्रसंगही इथे सांगायला हवा. प्री डिग्रीच्या विद्यापीठीय परीक्षेची आमची पहिली बॅच आणि सरांच्या शिकवण्याचेही आमच्या बॅचचे पहिलेच वर्ष. त्या वर्षी मी त्या परीक्षेत सर्वप्रथम आले आणि मला काही बक्षीसही मिळाली. हा आमचा रिझल्ट समजताच धडफळे सर सायकलवरून मला पेढे द्यायला आमच्या कॅम्पातल्या घरी संध्याकाळी येऊन गेले होते. हे मला नंतर दुसऱ्या दिवशी मी स्वतः पेढे घेऊन त्यांना द्यायला त्यांच्या घरी गेले तेव्हा समजलं. कारण सर बरेच उशिरा, जवळजवळ रात्रीच येऊन गेले आणि त्यांनी हाक न मारता नुसतं दार वाजवलं म्हणे. परंतु माझे आई बाबा नेमके तेव्हा घरात नसल्याने आणि मी व माझी बहीण जवळजवळ झोपेत असल्याने त्यांना दार कोणीच उघडलं नव्हतं. ते कळल्यानंतर मला खरोखर फार वाईट वाटलं आणि बरेच दिवस त्याची भलतीच चुटपुट लागून राहिली. पण सरांनी ते आमचे वागणं घरातली शिस्त म्हणून समजून घेतलं. भासाची नाटकं शिकवताना सरांनी आम्हाला नव्या दृष्टीने जुन्या गोष्टींकडे कसं पाहता येतं ते सप्रमाण दाखवून दिलं. कर्णाचे आणि दुर्योधनाचे आम्हाला आतापर्यंत माहीत असलेले गुणदोष भासाच्या नाटकातून वेगळ्याच अंगाने प्रकट झाले होते आणि त्याकडे पाहताना आपल्याला नेमकं काय वाटतं हे शोधायला सरांनी आम्हाला शिकवलं. भास नाटक चक्राबद्दल उपलब्ध असलेले अनेक विद्वानांचे निबंध वाचायलाही त्यांनी आम्हाला उत्तेजन दिलं. त्यावेळी कर्णाच्या व्यक्तिरेखेवर मी कर्णभार आणि इतर काही ग्रंथांच्या आधारे लिहिलेला एक साहित्य परामर्शपर लेख मनोहर मासिकातही प्रकाशित झाला होता. धडफळे सरांकडून उत्तर रामचरित शिकण्याचा अनुभवही असाच सुंदर होता. शिकवताना सर त्यात रंगून जाऊन शिकवत. नाट्यमयता मुळातच त्यांना आवडत होती आणि शिकवताना लहान सहान पात्रांना देखील जिवंत कसं करायचं तेही त्यांना अवगत होतं. वसिष्ठ जेव्हा वाल्मिकींच्या आश्रमात येतात तेव्हा आश्रमातील एक कुमार त्यांना वाघोबा किंवा लांडगोबा म्हणतो, कारण त्यांनी आल्या आल्या एका वासराच्या मांसावर ताव मारलेला असतो. या प्रसंगातील येन प्राप्तेनैव वराकी कपिला कल्याणी मडमडायता हे वाक्य सांगताना ते आपले मोठे डोळे आणखीनच मोठे करून मटकवली की त्यानं असं म्हणत आणि आदरणीय थोरा मोठ्यांची टवाळी करणाऱ्या त्या आश्रम कुमाराला आमच्या डोळ्यापुढे हुबेहूब आणत. उत्तर रामचरितावर त्यांनी विद्यार्थ्यांची एक वादविवाद स्पर्धाही आमच्या काळी आयोजित केली होती असं आठवतं. त्यात सीता त्याग या विषयावर बोलायचं होतं आणि मी रामाच्या बाजूने बोलले होते आणि माधव देशपांडे सीतेच्या बाजूने बोलले होते. वादात कोण जिंकलं ते काही आता आठवत नाही, पण आम्हाला शिकवण्यासाठी असलेल्या ग्रंथांवर स्वतंत्र विचार करण्याची सवय अशा वादविवादातून आम्हाला सहजच लागत होती हे मात्र चांगलं आठवतं. कॉलेजात संस्कृत शिकताना प्रत्यक्ष शिकलेली आणि न शिकलेली सुद्धा वेगवेगळी नाटकं बसवणं आणि सादर करणं हाही एक आमच्या आणि त्यांच्या आवडीचा भाग होता. आणि धडफळे सरांच्या हौशी स्वभावामुळे त्या नाटकांच्या तालमी आणि त्यांचे प्रयोग यातूनही आमच्या अनेक दिवसांना चंदेरी किनार लाभत असे. एका वर्षी आम्ही मालविकाग्निमित्रातले 1-2 प्रवेश सादर केले. त्यात माधव देशपांडे राजा अग्निमित्र झाला होता आणि मी मद्यप्राशन परायण राणी इरावतीचं काम केलं होतं आणि या प्रयोगाचं स्वागत सर्व विद्यार्थी प्रेक्षकांनी छान केलं होतं. 1965 मध्ये आंतर महाविद्यालयीन नाट्य स्पर्धेमध्ये आम्ही फर्ग्युसन कॉलेज तर्फे बोधायन विरचित भगवद अज्जुकम या प्रहसनाचा प्रयोग सादर केला आणि त्याला 3रं बक्षीस आणि आमच्या संघातील अरविंद कोलटकर आणि प्रमोद तलगेरी या दोघांना अभिनयाचीही बक्षिसं मिळाली होती. या प्रयोगासाठी धडफळे सर आम्हा विद्यार्थी वर्गातील नटनट्यांना घेऊन मुंबईच्या 3 दिवसांच्या सहलीला गेले होते आणि त्याही प्रसंगातून आम्ही सरांशी जवळीकीच्या नात्याने बांधलो गेलो. त्या नाट्यप्रयोगातील आम्ही सर्वच जण त्यानंतर जगाच्या पाठीवर कुठेही गेलो तरी अगदी आत्तापर्यंत दरवर्षी एकदा तरी एकत्र भेटण्याचा पायंडा ठेवलेला होता. कॉलेजातून विद्यापीठात गेल्यावर आणि त्यानंतर भारतातून अमेरिकेला आणि त्यानंतर कॅनडाला माझे स्थलांतर झाल्यावरही प्रत्येक भारत भेटीच्या वेळी धडफळे सरांची भेट हे एक नित्य कृत्य होतच. मी वेळोवेळी दिलेल्या कोणत्याही भाषणांना सरांची उपस्थिती असते. कधी कधी माझ्या मासिकातील पुस्तकातील लिखाणाबद्दल त्यांची मतेही ते मला सांगत. आणि सर्वात शेवटी मात्र त्यांची भेट जी घडली ती मी भांडारकर प्राच्यविद्या संशोधन मंदिरात दिलेल्या आनंद रामायणावरील भाषणाच्या वेळी जानेवारी 8, 2016 मध्ये मी डॉक्टर माइंडकर मेमोरियल लेक्चर तिथं दिलं. त्याचा विषय होता रिड्रेसिंग द बिलवेड इनोव्हेशन्स इन आनंद रामायण. सर पहिल्याच रांकेत बसून माझे सगळे भाषण मन लावून ऐकत होते आणि शेवटी त्यांनी मला एक प्रश्नही विचारला. रामायण हे तुझ्या मते काव्य आहे की इतिहास, असा तो मार्मिक प्रश्न होता. त्यावेळी ही आपली शेवटची भेट होणार आहे असं मला वाटलंच नव्हतं. पण ईश्वरेच्छा बलियसी. आता तो आमचा अनेक वर्षांचा सहज संवाद केवळ मनाने चालू राहील. निवृत्तीनंतर त्यांनी लिहिलेल्या 30 पुस्तकातून आणि त्यांच्या आज प्रकाशित होणाऱ्या 700 पानापलीकडच्या लेखसंग्रहातून आता ते आपल्याला सदैव भेटत राहतील. आमच्या मनात मात्र त्यांची स्मृती नित्य जागी राहील आणि आम्हाला स्वाध्याय संशोधन करण्यात सदैव उत्साह देत राहील. धन्यवाद. नमस्कार.
खूप खूप धन्यवाद. तुमच्या या अत्यंत मार्मिक आणि मनापासून हृदयापासून केलेल्या सरांच्या स्मरणातनं नक्कीच सरांचे शिक्षक म्हणून आणि एक व्यक्ती म्हणून खूप वेगवेगळे जे पैलू आहेत ते श्रोत्यांच्या समोर नक्की आले. सरांचा हा अनुभव जो आहे त्यांच्या सर्वच विद्यार्थ्यांनी त्यांच्या सहकार्यांनी वेगवेगळ्या प्रसंगी नक्कीच घेतलेला असणार. त्यामुळे हे अनुभव जितके बाईंचे स्वतःचे तितके मला वाटतं प्रातिनिधिकही आहेत. मी आता अकलूजकर सरांना विनंती करतो. आय रिक्वेस्ट प्रोफेसर अकलूजकर टू शेअर हिज मेमरीज अबाउट प्रोफेसर धडफळे. अकलूजकर सर, तुम्हाला विनंती आहे, प्लीज तुम्ही आता अनम्यूट करून बोला.
आता माझं ऐकू येत आहे का? हॅलो.
हो, येत आहे सर.
मी आता जे बोलणार आहे ते इंग्रजीमध्ये बोलणं सोयीचं होईल असं वाटतंय, म्हणून मी जरा इंग्रजीकडे वळतो. माझं सगळं टिपणं मात्र मराठीतच आहेत. I had not met Professor Dhadphale extensively except for 1 year. When I was teaching in Ferguson College, 1964 to 1965. Thereafter, I went to Harvard University as a student, and then I used to meet him only when I came to India. That was for the first 4 years not possible at all. So I saw him after 4 years then. And then whenever I came to India, I used to make it a point to see him and his family members. They were all very cordial and nice to me. And every time I enjoyed the talk, we almost always had at least one meal together. And the eating as well as discussion of his views, his writings was very extensive and enjoyable. I frequently wondered, especially after coming back from the rich libraries of the United States, that when did Professor Dhadphale find time to read all these things? Because some of the books were rare. They were probably available in Deccan College, but I was not very familiar with Deccan College until then. And then he read in so many different fields. It was a surprise to me that he had learned Kannada. and then he was using his knowledge of that language to make certain very different historical conclusions. Then I also learned that he was concentrating more on Buddhism and Pali rather than on Sanskrit. In my mental image, he was first of all associated with Sanskrit. So I learned not only in these broad ways about his capabilities and the new avenues he would explore, but also very specific discussion, very specific historical truths that he had discovered. Almost in every visit, he would give me a few of his articles, and I would read them overnight and discuss with him next day. My strongest image of him will always be him sitting at the entrance of the library of the Bhandarkar Institute, which had a round table, and he was sitting there and making notes and other things. And he was, of course, he would notice everyone who came to the library, so he could not miss me. But his main interest was in what he was reading, and the library staff was always waiting for next suggestion of a book for him. That is, they would come and then immediately deliver it to him. But this was a very dedicated scholar who was setting a model and who was always enjoying. He was not doing it to set a model, but he was enjoying every bit of reading he was carrying out there. My connection with Ferguson College was unfortunately short-lived. In a way, it was good for me, but the thing is, in that particular year, Professor Mainkar told me in March 1964 that I was going to have an appointment in Ferguson College. And he told me, but don't announce it because I cannot announce it legally until you have passed your MA. That year, the MA results were unfortunately delayed. And they were delayed, I think, on 20th of June or 20th of July, which I forgot which month it is that the results were announced. And I did not know my MA result until the late afternoon of that particular day. After it was announced, then I, of course, was able to teach in the college. But the thing is, for the morning of that day was also teaching day in the college. So I taught in the morning and early afternoon as someone who was not really officially appointed at the college. But it was still a beginning of a great academic year, and I became a part of the teachers' common room, and I became a recognized partner of conversations of senior colleagues there, Professor Patwardhan and Mainkar, who was principal, so he would not come that frequently to the common room. But Professor Dharpare. In the same year, I learned another side of Professor Dharpare's personality. He arranged a short train trip to, I think, Khandala or Lonavala. I've forgotten the exact location, but it was just men-only trip, and there was, I don't know what the reason was. I was a newcomer, and I didn't know what the nature of the trip was going to be. But the whole trip, in which Professor G.P. Pradhan, Professor Paralkar, Professor Jogrekar, all of them participated. And this was a group that always enjoyed talking with each other. So while going and coming, we had just fountains of laughter and sort of unrestrained talk on different subjects. So when we came back in the evening, we all were exhausted in the mouth mainly than in any other part of the body. That is, we could not laugh anymore. The jaws were aching. So it was a very memorable occasion. And this, at the end of the year, I had received a scholarship to go to Harvard, and so I went. But I went a much more enlightened man. And my teaching that year was so extensive no lecture except the Ratnavali lecture was repeated. It was a text that students on the science side as well as arts side had to read, and therefore the classes were different and I could repeat a lecture, but I was not in the habit of repeating anyway, so points would remain generally the same, but the wording of the lecture was entirely different. Hello.
Yes, now you're audible, sir. Yes.
Yes, I think it's time limit somehow placed on the transmission from my computer. Anyway, um, Mrs. Arjunwarkar fell very seriously ill, and therefore I had to teach her Pali classes also in SP College. So I was teaching more than 28 hours every week, and I hardly had any time. I would come to Ferguson College, deliver my lectures, and before coming or after coming to the college, I would finish my work at SP College. There were only 4 persons at that time in the Pune University circle who were authorized to teach Pali, and I happened to be the youngest one, so I had to teach it, which was a very good training for me. But that's why I could not have any extensive contacts with Professor Dharpare. Anyway, I had a remarkably enriching time at Ferguson College, and therefore I would always think very fondly of Professor Dharpare. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for this wonderful sharing of memories. Yes, I mean, Professor Dharpale is known for his voracious reading. In fact, I know that he was the only person probably who was reading dictionaries so fondly. I mean, not any other text, but he liked to read dictionaries. And whenever I go to him during my PhD dissertation, I remember that he will always have this big Oxford dictionary with him, and he would like to go through it again and again. Pali dictionaries, I think he was the first teacher who actually, in a way, taught me indirectly that how dictionaries are important and how it is important to go through different dictionaries and to find out different nuances. So I mean, his love for dictionaries was really amazing, and I haven't seen anybody so fond of dictionaries. Yes. Now, with these, we turn to another important phase of this program, and that is the announcement of the first Professor M.G. Dharpale Excellence Award for Pali composition. As you all are aware, I mean, he was really a Bhasha Prabhu, and he really had this authority on languages, no matter which language, but he really had a passion for it. And when he was teaching Pali and studying Pali, that interest did not remain confined just to reading and understanding, but he himself kind of took on upon himself the writing skills, and wonderfully kind of wrote in such a style which is very close to the traditional style of Pali composition. When Professor G.P. Malalasekara came to Bhandarkar, he composed stanzas in his honor in Pali, and similarly he also wrote Dhammananda Charya in Pali. And on the top of everything, he had this interesting curiosity about the life of Jesus Christ, and he was, for a few years, he was looking after a particular manuscript written by a Russian scholar, and everyone who meets him, he used to inquire about it. But finally, he decided to write Jesus Christ's biography in Pali on himself and by himself. And this Gandhita Yavacharya is a wonderful composition which he did in Pali. with his own notes in English. Now, this has been incorporated in this particular volume. For a Marathi volume, we have translated those notes, few notes which he had given in Marathi. But it's an interesting composition where a Pali scholar thought that he should write something about Jesus Christ in Pali. So I think that would probably be the only biography of Jesus Christ in Pali. I mean, I think very few people might know that he also wrote a screenplay for a film archive movie called Punarutthanam, on the resurrection of the Jesus Christ. So, I mean, I think he had this kind of special, love and for Jesus, his life, his biography, and especially the Aramaic language. I still remember those words, they resound in my ears when he would utter those expressions in Bible in Aramaic, and everyone who goes to meet him, he would always inquire with him, no matter whether that person is a scholar or a student. But he will always kind of put him some question regarding language or his own mother tongue or anything. And such a teacher, he was, I think, one of the few people who had the ability to write in Pali, apart from, as we know, the great Mahesh Tiwari. And my another teacher, actually, not teacher, but I mean, he was a very close associate, and I was really fond of him, Professor Brahmadev Narayan Sharma ji from Banaras. So they really used to write in Pali very comfortably, very easily, very stylistically. And Professor Dhadphale, I think, probably was the only one here in Maharashtra. When the family members of Professor Dhadphale asked me what they can do for him, I suggested them that if it would be very nice if they could establish a prize in his name for Pali composition, because that's not only remembering him as a great Pali scholar, but it will also help in a way to encourage people to write in Pali, because this is the art which is in a way dying. Though people write in Pali still in countries like Myanmar and Sri Lanka, but in India there are really very few people, and I think that this prize would really help to motivate some young scholars to write in Pali, to compose in Pali, like Professor Dhadphale. And I'm really happy and glad both the daughters, Rutavari and Shruti, they have immediately accepted this request and have willingly considered the prize. And the first prize is now going to be announced. So I would now request Shruti ji to please make this announcement about the prize, and once she makes the announcement, I'll talk about a few words about the winner as well. So Shruti ji, can you please? I think you'll have to unmute. Yeah.
Thank you, Mahesh. मी श्रुती, बाबा हॅलो मी बाबांच्या वाढदिवसाच्या निमित्ताने आज आपण सगळे इथे जमलोय. मी सगळ्यांबद्दल सुरुवातीलाच कृतज्ञता व्यक्त करते. हा अतिशय हृद्य असा प्रोग्राम चालू आहे आणि ज्या कामासाठी मला नियुक्त केलंय त्या विषयाकडे आता मी वळते. बाबांचं व्यक्तिमत्व खूप बहुआयामी होतं. त्यांची विद्वत्ता, शिकवण्याचं कौशल्य, लेखनाचं प्रभुत्व सगळं अनेकांना माहिती आहे. त्याचबरोबर मला आठवतं ते मी अगदी लहान असताना अनेक गुलाबाच्या रोपांचं त्यांनी संगोपन केलं होतं. त्यासाठी अगदी चीनहून रोपं, खत मागवलं होतं. बैलगाडी चालवणे, शेतात राहणे, गडावर जाणे, कुत्रा पाळणे अशाही आवडी त्यांना होत्या. पुढे प्राध्यापकी आणि प्रशासकीय कामातली त्यांची व्यस्तता यामुळे या सगळ्या गोष्टी विरून गेल्या. पण बाबांच्या PD आणि FYच्या विद्यार्थ्यांबरोबर लोहगाव, विसापूर, कार्ला भाजालेणी असे ट्रेक मी पण केले आहेत. एक पोस्टमन आमच्या घरी यायचे कसब्यात. ते त्यांच्या फावल्या वेळामध्ये उदबत्त्या विकायचे. त्यांच्याशी सुद्धा बाबांची इतकी मोठी चर्चा दर अगदी नियमितपणाने चालायची आणि त्या उदबत्त्यांचे वेगळे वेगळे जे फ्लेवर्स असतील त्याच्याविषयी बाबांना इतकी प्रचंड माहिती होती. आणि त्यातला एक पानडी नावाचा एक उदबत्तीचा प्रकार होता आणि ते घेऊन सगळ्यांना वाटण्याचा उद्योग बाबा करायचे. खाण्यापिण्याची आणि खिलवण्याची त्यांची जी आवड आणि त्यातूनही अगदी मंडईतून भाज्या आणण्यापासून ते जे काय उत्साहाने करायचे हे सगळं मला आज आठवतंय. पण ह्या सगळ्यामध्ये बाबांनी सर्वात आणि सर्व काळ जपलेला छंद, आवड किंवा व्यासंग म्हणू आपण, ते म्हणजे लेखन. अगदी आत्तापर्यंत पहाटे उठून आणि दुपारच्या चहानंतर अगदी रेग्युलरली ते लिहित बसलेले असायचे. आजूबाजूला पुस्तकांचा ढिगारा, बाबांनी डोक्याला एक लोकरी टोपी घातलेली आहे, एक थोडंसं असं सचिंत असं कपाळावर आठ्या आहेत आणि ते कमालीच्या व्यग्रतेने लेखन करतायत. असे बाबा मला यशोदीप म्हणजे त्यांनी 97 सालानंतर रिटायरमेंट नंतर जिथे ते राहत होते त्या घरात शिरताच त्यांचं जे मला दर्शन व्हायचं त्याची मला आजही सतत आठवण होते. लहानपणी त्यांनी बाबूराव अर्नाळकर यांच्या शैलीतल्या रहस्यकथा लिहिल्या होत्या. त्यानंतर नाटकं, ती सुद्धा प्रहसन पद्धतीची, आणि मग अनेक लेख, नाटकं, काव्य आणि तेही अनेक भाषातून. त्यांच्या अनेक लेखांची मी श्रोता होते, पण प्राच्य विद्येशी माझा अजिबात संबंध नसल्यामुळे मला त्यातलं फार कमी कळायचं. पण सगळ्यांना अनेकदा ते लेख वाचून दाखवायची त्यांना फार आवड होती. आमच्या आईचा त्या विषयाशी खूप संबंध होता, त्यामुळे ते लेखन खूपच मनोरंजकरित्या असं त्याच्यामधला संबंध म्हणजे ते एकूण असं सगळा संवाद खूप छान असायचा. ऋतावरी खूप लहान होती, पण नादमधुर आवाजातली त्यांची धम्मानंदचर्या मला अजूनही अनेकदा ऐकल्याचं आठवत आहे. हा सगळा त्यांचा वारसा, त्याची सगळी मदार ही त्यांच्या आता विद्यार्थ्यांवर आहे. खलील जिब्रानच्या ओळी मला यावेळेला आठवतात. त्यांनी लहान मुलांबद्दल लिहिलंय, युअर चिल्ड्रन आर नॉट युअर चिल्ड्रन, दे आर द सन्स अँड डॉटर्स ऑफ लाईफ्स लॉंगिंग फॉर इटसेल्फ. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. याच धर्तीवर मी म्हणू इच्छिते, बालकाबद्दलच्या ह्या ओळी पालकांनाही लागू होतात. बाबा माझे बाबा होते, पण साहित्य, भाषा, कर्तृत्व, लेखन, वक्तृत्व, प्रशासकीय कौशल्य यातली त्यांची दूरदृष्टी, निस्वार्थ सेवा करण्याची एक वृत्ती, या सगळ्यांबाबतचं त्यांचं आयुष्य हे इतरांच्याही दृष्टीनं वडिलकीचं आहे. आणि त्यांची याबद्दलची जी जिजीविषा आहे ती आजच्या सारख्या कार्यक्रमातून आपल्याला उत्कटतेने दिसतीये. पाली भाषेतलं साहित्य हा विराळा प्रकार आहे. त्यात मला गती नसली तरी त्याचं महत्त्व मी जाणते. त्यामुळे हा विचार डॉक्टर महेश यांनी जेव्हा बोलून दाखवला तेव्हा मला खूप आवडला. आईला आणि ऋतावरीलाही छान वाटला. त्यात पारितोषिकाची रक्कम सोडता कुठलीही लुडबुड आम्ही करणार नाही. तो वारसा चालवण्याचा हक्क लता आणि महेशचा राहील. आम्ही याबद्दल त्यांचे कायम कृतज्ञ राहू. पहिलं माननीय लेखक म्हणून प्राध्यापक संघसेन सिंग यांचं मी अभिनंदन करते. बाबांचा काम इतक्या उचितरित्या चालू ठेवल्याबद्दल सर्वांचे मनपूर्वक धन्यवाद.
Thank you very much. श्रुतीताईंचा आभार मला कुठल्या शब्दात मानावे हे कळत नाही. खरं तर त्या म्हणाल तसं आपण सगळेच त्या वारशाचे एका प्रकारे आम्ही सगळे आपण वारसदार आहोत. सरांनी जे काही करून ठेवलंय त्या सर्वांचे. आणि तुम्ही सर्वांनी खूप जे सहकार्य केलं त्याबद्दल खूप खूप मनपूर्वक तुमचे मी आभार मानतो. So I'm really delighted to announce, I mean, I'll announce it in English because Shrutiji announced it in Marathi, but let me also declare it in English now, that the first Professor M.G. Dhadphale Excellence Award for Pali composition goes to our very senior professor who has really has been a very close associate of Professor Dhadphale for many years, who is who has this, who is a great Muni for us. He's been working in the field for more than 60 years, I think. So Professor Sangasen Singh from Delhi. Professor Sangasen Singh was born in 1933. So you can imagine he's now 88, but still working like Professor Dhadphale. I mean, I'm really amazed with this whole generation. I mean, Professor Angara Chaudhary is also here with us. He has joined online from Patna. I mean, these young scholars above 80. I mean, their enthusiasm and dedication is really unparalleled, and I'm really happy that Professor Sangasen Singh has been very kind to accept this award in the memory of our teacher. And Professor Sangasen Singh, he was the head of the Buddhist Studies Department of Delhi University for around 40 years, from 1959, I think probably immediately after Professor P.B. Bapat, till 1998. And he has written so many things in different areas. He himself is a scholar who is actually, I think, the most suitable candidate, because just like Professor Dhadphale, Professor Sangasen Singh has also written both in Sanskrit and Pali. Professor Sangasen Singh's book Puppavali, which is a collection of his Pali compositions, is remarkable, and I'm really happy that he is here with us today to accept online this award. So, Professor Sangasen Singh ji, I would like to request you if you would like to share your thoughts on this for a few minutes. So you can please unmute your mic and share with us your thoughts. So, Sangasen Singh ji, can you hear me? Yes, please. Yeah.
I'm very happy to be with all of you.
Just a minute, Talaji. Okay. Yeah, please, sir, please start.
I'm very happy to be with you here this morning on the occasion of felicitation of remembering late Professor Dhadphale. He was my friend, and I welcome all the efforts are being done to appreciate the work that he has done in the field of Pali, Sanskrit, and the languages. I wish all success to the organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for these few words. I mean, today, of course, we know that we don't have much time to listen to you, but let me also announce here on this very platform that next month we are going to organize a special talk by Professor Sangasen Singh ji on his Pali compositions, where he will kind of have a free time to share his Pali compositions and to explain to us the whole process of him, of these compositions as a poet himself. So please join us. We will make the announcement soon. So we are expecting to have it in the next month around the same time. So we will make the announcement and I hope to have you again with us. That will be a kind of a second leg of this award ceremony. Because today we are also eagerly waiting to listen to Professor Deshpande. But I'm really thankful to Professor Sangasen Singh ji for accepting this award. And this is really a great honor. The two great scholars, Professor Dhadphale and Professor Sangasen Singh, who were contemporaries and colleagues and friends of each other, and sharing much in common. And I'm really happy that this year the award goes to Professor Sangasen Singh ji. So let us all congratulate Professor Sangasen Singh ji on this occasion. And with these now, we come, I mean, in a way, come to an occasion where we will conclude. And now we will actually turn to our second phase and the important phase of this program. And that is the Professor M.G. Dhadphale Memorial Lecture. I would request Talat ji to restart the recording.